Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. I am the Crypto Crow, and today we are going to be talking about a Legacy Academy. Now, before you click off, obviously this isn't a Cardano video. Cardano just broke out of a big bullish, a bull flag, and it's getting close to $1. How about that? But there are a couple of things going on right now that I think are very important as it relates to this project I'm going to start talking about and sharing with you. They are a sponsor of the channel, and I've done a video on this before, but I pulled it down and I'm redoing it, especially now that the holidays have concluded. And there are a lot of things happening in the world right now that I believe are an extension of not only the previous 4 years and just everything that's happened recently, but because of the holidays in general. And I believe that there are a lot of people in the world right now that have been struggling with various forms of depression. And in that, I think that it's important that we all kind of understand that there are so many different avenues in life that we can choose to take. And a lot of it stems from learning new things, getting involved in new projects, new ideas, learning new things that can spawn new ideas to carry our lives in different directions. And I don't want to get dark, but I think this is a very important point for everybody to pay attention to moving forward. And it's something that means a lot to me because I know many people who have suffered from a lot, including myself. I still struggle with things from time to time. It's one of the reasons why I'm always trying to keep myself busy. They always say idle hands are the devil's playground. And I believe that. It's when we're bored, when we don't have anything new to look forward to, when we're just uninspired, we're not learning, we're not making progress. We feel like we're just sitting idle, waiting for the world to change around us instead of making the changes we want to see. Sometimes we see people say, be the change you want to see. And this all is related to this project. But there was a study, I guess you could call it. I was watching PBD recently, and he was talking about all of the survivors from the Bay Bridge, people who basically tried to end themselves by jumping off of the Bay Bridge and survived. Every single one of those interviewed said that the moment they let go, they instantaneously changed their minds, but it was too late. And it's just not worth it. And I'm not trying to be dark, but what I'm trying to let people know is that the project I'm going to be talking about in a minute is just one other avenue that can help drive you and drive your life into new directions by learning new things in new ways. And it's very important that I feel you take notice, whether it's this project or other things, reading a new book about something that you have no interest in, trying new things that you've never done before. Maybe you don't know that you're interested. It's like the green eggs and ham story, right? We all know it. Now, the reason this is important, especially during the holidays, is because at times of depression and at times when we're the least inspired, but the world looks to be uplifted by this spirit, this energy of togetherness and family and love and all of these things. Those of us in the world that are alone, I'm not, don't worry, that's not what I'm saying, but those of us that are, and there are many, really struggle during these times to keep our minds focused on something else, to drive forward in a new way. And I believe that this Legacy Academy can really help a lot of people in a lot of interesting ways. And that's one of the reasons why I'm talking about it and why I'm grateful for their sponsorship, because I've played with this app. And basically what this app is all about is gamifying learning new things, right? And it's powered by AI and the blockchain. There is a token that hasn't been released yet that unlocks certain things, but we're going to be talking about this. And I really hope you guys pay attention and maybe give this a shot. You can download it now and you can start using it. It doesn't cost anything to start using it. So this is a little bit about the token LGCT, which it's not on CoinMarketCap yet. There's some token info. We'll get to that. There's a little video. This is like a little bit of a test experiment with this. Be one of the first to join the revolution of education. Now, this app really focuses on things like life, psychology, business, a variety of different topics that can really kind of help you understand some of the nuances of new business ideas and new things that you can utilize to keep yourself inspired and growing as a person, growing with your mental health. Now, I don't know why the first time I did this, I recorded this video, I didn't feel the same way about it as I do now, in the sense that so much has happened since I did that video. And you looking at an application like this, and there are a lot of different things out there that will help people. But I think this is one of the things that I feel like people can pick up. And this is probably a really long intro. It is. I'm sorry, but there's so much to be said. We play games on our phones all the time, whether we're on the toilet, we're in the bathtub, we're just bored at a game or something's going on and we're playing all these little fun games, right? And we're leveling up. What was the big one I was addicted to for quite a while? My wife and I both were. We were like connecting the gems. I can't even remember. And it just got progressively harder and harder and harder as you moved up in level, and you'd have to like buy bonuses and things to clear levels. It was such a money grab in the end, and I'm done with this game. It's just gotten to the point where it's just trying to bleed me out. And an app like this, where you're basically, it's gamified to the point where as you're learning and you're progressing through the different lessons, the lectures, whatever's going on in the app, you're earning points, you're earning higher scores, you're earning experience, and you're basically leveling up to basically take you to the next levels of the app and the next levels of whatever vertical you're looking to get yourself educated on. And it's actually pretty clever. I mean, it's a pretty clever idea. And effectively what's going to happen is they're utilizing their token at some point. Once that kicks off, they're going to be utilizing their token to basically strengthen the internal community and the ecosystem within the app and everybody involved with it. Level up your relationships, career, health, and skills with Legacy Academy's fun gamified learning with 500,000 downloads so far. And if you click that, it'll take you to the Legacy Wallet on Google Play. I don't think this is available on iPhone yet, unfortunately. I'm sure it's coming at some point in the future. But Legacy Wallet is a non-custodial multi-chain crypto wallet and part of the Legacy Network ecosystem. You can store, send, receive, and even bridge your favorite cryptos securely and easily. Your keys are locally encrypted, which means that you and only you are in full control of your assets. Our newly thought user interface allows for an easy navigation between the different functions and NFTs that can be displayed in a new and amazing way. So there are a lot of different things, a lot of fun reviews and things like that so far. So check out that app. I've downloaded. What did I download? I downloaded something on my iPhone. I need to double check what that is, because if I click download now, it just takes me directly to Google Play. So, I want to make sure that it's the same thing. I'm pretty sure it is. So maybe they just haven't updated this part of their website, their download button, because I know I have this on my phone. I'm not sure what's going on there. So anyway, if we dive in a little bit more, obviously the token is coming soon, secured multi-chain utility and payment token. And this is not a Cardano based project, just so you know, but that shouldn't matter. The blockchains it's working with right now are VeChain, Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, and Polygon. So that's fine. Total supply, 300 million tokens, which, depending on how popular this app becomes, how widely used it is, how adopted it is, how big the community grows, 300 million tokens for something like that may not be that much. It really just kind of depends on the overall use and adoption of this. So we'll have to wait and see and give it some time. We'll see how it grows over 2025. Token allocation, only 15. Let's see. Ecosystem, 49%. Exchanges and market maker liquidity, 8%. The fact that they're actually issuing market maker liquidity, that's probably kind of a big deal, because that means they can kind of control the valuation of the token a little bit. But at least on the exchanges that it's on. Once it grows, if it gets adopted on other exchanges, they may not have the same control. But initially, that's not a bad thing. Typically, that's something that big projects have, and that they utilize market makers for token launches and things like that to make sure that people don't rug pull or just dump on their tokens, especially like early adopters and things. So that could be a good thing. 13% to the team, token sale 15%. That's not bad at all. Advisory and partners 5%. I'm not an advisor or a partner. They're just a sponsor of the channel. Community and marketing 5%. Cumulative vesting schedules. You could go through that graph. Token sale, this is in the purple. Advisors is in the purple. So, I mean, it pretty much levels out after not too terribly long. We are developing a logical and scientifically based play-to-earn system that explains the user's own behavior and that of those around him in a playful way and teaches them effective life strategies step by step. The user learns important skills that support them in actively and independently leading a fulfilling and successful life. I've experimented with this, and I've done some of the business quizzes and some of the little business lessons. And I mean, honestly, I thought it was pretty good. I mean, I've read pretty much every kind of business marketing book you can imagine since in high school. And I felt like a lot of it was pretty helpful, to be honest. In the initial phase, so there's stage 1, this is Legacy Academy Advancement stages. In the initial phase, our modules cover an extensive array of topics such as business, health, relationships, and various other skills, steering users through a structured and guided journey that begins with the fundamentals. So you start off with very basic lessons just to kind of get you acclimated to the app and what you're doing and the overall process. And then things expand and grow outwardly from there based off of what directions you're wanting to learn, which is a really good way of doing things. Stage 2, expanding upon the foundation and set in stage 1. Stage 2 introduces a significant networking feature, emphasizing its importance in the ecosystem. Users are matched based on rich tapestry of interests, skills, knowledge, and goals facilitated by our sophisticated AI system. I encourage you to look deeper into this. Try out the app. Get involved in the community. You can actually go, download on the Apple iStore. You can't see that because it's behind me and it doesn't scroll up with everything else. It is on Google and in the iPhone. Sorry. So join the Discord. And they have a Telegram group. I would encourage you to join both of them and get involved and find out, is this something that you think would benefit you? I think at the very least, everyone owes it to themselves to try something new. There's no token, so this isn't even about selling you a token, or this is more about building adoption and getting more people involved in their community and utilizing their app. Try some of the lessons, dive into something new, and see, how does it benefit you? Like, does this work? Did you learn something? If you get into this and you really learn new things, then it's a win-win situation. And if you actually enjoy it further from there, then maybe you want to get involved in the token and utilizing the token for its utility within the ecosystem. But they're basically throwing this out there for people to try for nothing. So it doesn't hurt anyone. The silent crisis. As things stand today, 20% of people in Europe suffer from a mental health illness that requires treatment. Harmful behaviors and traits which severely impact quality of life but are not officially considered illnesses are not included. If the European Union thinks they've got problems, we've got a lot of those issues as well, basically throughout the United States and beyond. The average person today is plagued by diverse anxieties, which we see constantly everywhere, sleep disturbances, which we pretty much all have, recurring negative emotions, as well as poor physical condition. This is all stuff that we suffer through en masse in the United States as well. These matters negatively impact success in various key areas of life. And the thing of it is I suffer from a lot of this stuff as well. I should be one of the happiest people in the world, and my wife is always telling me I need to stop worrying so much about the world around me, the focus on things I control. I've had other friends tell me, why do you worry so much about things you can't control? And there's a part of me deep down that feels like, I have been given so many gifts, in my life, whether it be my height or my gift of gab, if you will, or whatever it is. And I can't break the feeling sometimes that I'm meant to do more than I do. And I'm always trying to find that way that I can touch more people, reach more people, help more people. I like to be generous. I like to be a funny guy. I like to, act like a silly ass a lot. A lot of that is an extension of my social anxiety that, I have so many, it's like a push-pull thing that I've got going on pretty much at every step of my life. And sometimes it can be very, very draining. I'm also a Scorpio. So, it's like I need my recharge time. I'm very likely on the spectrum to some level, which, it is what it is. But anyway, apps like this are really cool because they keep me busy. Even in the down times where I have nothing going on, I can pop the app open. I can take a little quiz, probably learn something new that I didn't consider or think about. I earn some points and I move on with my life, but it's always something that I can come back and forth to. So there's the Legacy Academy, the Legacy Token, and the Legacy Wallet. The Academy obviously is what you're learning with, the quizzes, and this is a very well laid out app. This isn't just like something that was thrown together willy-nilly to try and like cash grab on some tokens. This is a really well done application. I give them kudos for that. And it's just helpful overall. And I think this could really benefit a lot of people. Legacy Academy has developed an innovative solution to bridge this gap by re-engineering the learning experience. It transforms education into a process that is not only more efficient, but also one that learners actively anticipate and enjoy. And it's true. I play with it and I look forward to it. The Legacy Academy is gamified mobile learning application. It covers personal growth and success related topics in the categories of career, relationship, skills, and health. I would really love to see some entry level programming courses and things like that added to this. I mean, think about it. We're talking about the world of AI. We're talking about how AI is taking over the world, and it probably is. Maybe we should add some courses, some learning stuff in here related to AI. And I really think that as it relates to technology, an app like this that can actually walk you through step-by-step tutorials on setting up things properly. That is something that I never see in apps like this. Because, for an example, setting up an AI model, a local language model on your own computer or something like that. Running something locally, it can be very, very complicated, but it doesn't have to be. And a lot of the YouTube tutorials that I see, they miss everything. I feel like they're just getting views. I've done so many tutorials, even setting up one of the latest models. What is it, A161 or whatever? I've watched two completely different tutorials from two different YouTubers. They're both trash. I'm just going to be straight up. You can't actually set these models up from these tutorials. But if there was something like this where they gamified it, here's your start, here's your end, you've got a little test at the end, you can test your AI model to prove that it's working and you get rewarded in some way, but the instructions are step by step by step by step, I think it would make an app like this 10 times more valuable than what we're forced to use most of the time. We either have these crazy GitHub instructions that are basically written for programmers to follow, or you've got these YouTubers who are just trying to get views off of the fact that it's very difficult to do straight off of GitHub, but they don't really explain much, right? It's almost like the Cliff's Notes of what you need to do. So this is a market that I think Legacy Academy would greatly benefit from. And not only that, but it can be a variety of different things. You've got your technology, maybe your gardening, how to garden step by step, how to set up this kind of garden or aquaponics garden, or right. I feel like there's so much opportunity for an app like this and they're just getting started. That is the kind of stuff that really draws me in. I want to learn how to do things. I don't want to just learn, here's how you sell a pen on your interview. And I'm not saying that's not in this, but I'm just saying like, there are a lot of really cool beneficial lessons in this app, but it's like a lot of it is kind of general. I want to know specifically, how do I achieve this? How do I achieve that? That would be a big, big benefit to everybody, especially if you gamify it and you make it fun. I know that would be a really big boon. Gamification plays a pivotal role in enhancing the learning experience, making it more engaging and memorable. Yes, it does. Even when even in the fight game, I just had a talk with my stepson, recently about, his training and his sparring. He's in Muay Thai, he's in Jiu-Jitsu, he's getting really good, and he loves it. He's been doing it now for a couple of years, and he talks about what it's like to spar with some of these guys that are just crazy, and they're just, they go full force. Everybody's trying to be Sean Strickland. But I'm like, you don't learn that way. And there's a big thing, especially with heavyweights. I personally, I don't like to spar. I don't want to get hit in the head unnecessarily because it's just stupid. Like, there's no point. And it's like, I don't mind sparring if it's light and more playful, because that's where I'm going to learn. You learn through play, the same way as children when we are growing up. We're all play fighting everywhere, and we're doing this and that. We're throwing these fake kits and all that, right? We're slowly learning techniques and things by being playful. We're not in a threatening environment that basically turns on our fight or flight mentality. You're not learning in that mentality, you're reacting. So by making things playful, you're going to learn, you're going to retain more information a lot better, right? And so that's one of the reasons why gamification, basically making a learning environment a more fun and an engaging environment, helps you retain what you're being exposed to. So there's a lot to this app that I really hope everybody checks out. Leaderboards and social learning. Of course, if you're competitive and you want to beat out everybody else, you've got a leaderboard that you can track your, where you're at and, who's number one. And then you're rewarded with tokens and things based off of your progress. I think this is a really cool thing. And, if you do use this app, you may very well see my name pop up on some of those leaderboards, because I'm probably going to be exploring this in a little more depth. And if at all possible, I wouldn't mind helping to guide these guys a little bit on some of the things that I think would be extremely beneficial. If an app like this could become the actual next level search engine for real tutorials and guides on how to achieve different things in the real world, that is the kind of thing that I think will drive true adoption to something like this and really put it over the edge. So check it out. The links are in the description. I encourage you to check it out. It's legacynetwork.io. Link down below. They are a sponsor. I'm grateful. I want to check this out even further. They're still in the process of launching tokens and doing all this stuff. But in the meantime, learn the app, play with it, earn some points, get your levels up. Let's see where you are on that leaderboard. And let me know in the comments below. What do you think about this app benefits you? Have you tried it yet since the first video I put up? What were your impressions of it? What do you think of it? I really want to know. Let me know. And until next time, grow your coins, and I'll see you again soon.